Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining. Am I audible? Hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, guys. So, guys, so quickly we need to end by 11:30 today. So I'll just start. What I was going to the newspaper today morning. Everything that we were talking about, the entire tourism sector. You see that day we were talking about the delivery. The delivery is increasing. Logistic in India is delivering. Whenever you order something from Amazon, you whenever you add something from Amazon, there is someone who is delivering it, and that the delivery business is also growing with the e-commerce business. Shubham has the news about e-commerce today, so we'll get back to it on quickly. Delivery is one, for the e-commerce. Two-wheelers sales have increased because it has become more affordable. High-end two-wheelers buyers are going to four-wheelers, whereas the first-time buyers. So it has written that Hero has sold some 9,94,000 units. That is 111% growth from last festive. So many things are happening. What I am talking it from last so many days. Once again, this one, the two-wheelers, four-wheelers, GST cut, delivery. Will again come back once again. Joins the travel story with 𝗖𝗹𝗹. That day I was talking about 𝗖𝗹𝗹, the online booking platform, the travel, hospitality, and tourism sector. Yesterday only we were talking about the hospitality sector. Okay, again, one more part was there. Once again, go down. Sorry, I think that was in the other newspapers. Yeah, the 3 points. One second, let me check. It was one more about the tourism sector. Okay, fine. Three parts. The two-wheelers are increasing, the delivery is in logistic is increasing, the luxury hotel segment or probably the hospitality sector is increasing. Tata Consumer came up with a result yesterday. Tata Consumer have posted a good result. Ayushi has done some report on it. So everything is I will say that everything that we are talking about is improving. And if you read this article, they are saying that they are more bullish on the hospital, on the tourism sector, the travel industry. They are bullish in India. So ये तो मैं कब से बोल रहा था. This is I am bullish on the travel sector because what I am seeing around is what I believe. Whatever things I'm saying, whatever things are coming in the newspapers every now and then. Okay, now Shubham has written something about the Zomato Swiggy. Shubham, would you like to say? He's not there on the call. Oops, sorry, not there on the call. So anyone? Okay, Bobby. There's also oops. No, anyone to speak? I think. Anyone?
Sir, I had read the news about Tata Consumer Products.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, just
I have not received your news.
just now I sent you.
Where is it?
Shall I start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So Tata Consumer Products reported an 11% year-on-year rise in consolidated net profit to 404 crores.
One second. This you have written. I have given you some format to write, correct?
Okay.
We had done it on the morning calls. There was a format. Why it is not written in that format?
Okay, sir.
Where was
If
it?
you meet in the format and then.
In the morning calls. 1 second.
Hi, are you a slow reader and you want to read these types of books in 1 week?
1 second.
Let me tell you.
Morning, sir. See this one. Morning call, day 15. Bata Q2 results explained. So I have explained this. Why it is you are not explaining that way? Why is that, Ashutosh? कुछ भी नहीं लिखना है.
Okay, sir, I'll reformat in the given.
And plus, we don't use crores, millions, billions, and thousands. That's it. We don't use anything after that.
All right.
That is why you have to send the news now before, so that I can tell you what are the mistakes you are. You send 11 baje, the news should be sent at 8 a.m. We used to send at 8 a.m. If you're sending at 11 a.m., first of all, I've told you not to send the news that late.
Okay, sir, I'll take care of it from the next time.
Anyone wants to speak today? Those who have written the news are absent. Guys, anyone?
So can I try?
Yeah, I should. Yeah.
Can I speak on the Tata Consumer?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, but I heard the conference calls. Not yet.
Sorry.
You heard the conference call?
Yeah, that's why I've written the report.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
So yesterday the TCPL has announced the quarter two result. So TCPL has reported the increase in revenue by 17.8% year on year to 49.7 billion, driven by the strong performance of the Indian branded business, which comprises their 65% of total revenue, grew by the 17.6% year on year to 31.2 billion. And the international business also grew by 15%, and their non-branded business grew by 28% year on year. However, their gross margin has declined by the 152 bips year on year due to the input cost, which we have seen that the tea inflation. But comparative to the last quarter one, the tea inflation has gone down by 20% from 252
The inflation
to
you don't say like gone down. The inflation have declined.
okay. So it's declined by 20% from 250 to 204 amount. And their EBITDA has increased by 7.3% to 6.7 billion, which is still lower comparative to the previous year EBITDA of 12 to 13% of the range, due to they have increased their employee expenses by 0.5% and their advertisement expenses.
See, Ayushi, you can see this very quickly. This should not take that much of time.
Okay.
TCPL revenue increased 17%, driven by strong performance across brands. So you don't have to say the numbers. Yeah, याद भी नहीं रहेंगे किसी को. 17% याद रहेगा, 18%.
Okay.
TCPL revenue increased 18%, driven by strong performance across branded business, which is contribute 67%. Which grew 17.6%. International business, which contributes 24% of the revenue, have increased 15.4%. And so whereas the branded business, which contributes only 11%, has expanded 27.7%. On the gross margins declined 152 basis point to 42.1%, primarily due to higher input cost. Tea inflation. तुम्हारा रिपोर्ट मैं अच्छे से रीड कर रहा हूँ. मैंने तो अभी पढ़ा तुम्हारा रिपोर्ट. Okay. However, ये तो तुमको नहीं tea because of due to higher input cost and including tea inflation. EBITDA declined 7.3%, whereas so basically EBITDA margin important होता है. So the EBITDA increased 7.3%, whereas the margins contracted 133 basis point, which so the EBITDA margin stands at 14%. It was due to higher employee expenses, and which was partly offset by the gross margin. कैसे offset होगा? Lower gross. Sorry. It was because of the lower gross margin, which was partially offset by employee expenses. That's it. Abhi, now talk about India business. What happened in the branded नहीं है, India business है ना. वो लोग ने कैसे था? India में beverages देते हैं और
food business.
Food देते हैं ना. हाँ, तो food वो की तरह segment. ये तो ठीक है.
It's going on the next page. So Indian beverage is on the second page. So I just given the headline, the Indian branded business. So it comprises my Indian food and the Indian beverages.
Okay, fine.
Should I continue?
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So their Indian branded business, which comprises of 65% of the total sales, grew by the 18%, which we have earlier mentioned, primarily due to the Indian food business has grew by 19%, and the Indian beverages grew by 15%. So basically, in the Indian food business, their Tata Salt and the Tata Sampann has majorly contributed to the growth of the revenue, which is 16% year-on-year growth of the Tata Salt and the 14% year-on-year growth of the Tata Sampann due to their new launches of the masala mixes and the unpolished millet portfolio. And their majorly the 37% of the revenue is coming from the e-commerce channel, which is not has accounted for into this growth.
Okay, and
Okay. For an Indian beverages business, which comprises my RTD, the ready to drink segment. So in this last year it was impacted due to the monsoon season, but in this quarter it is has performed better. It has been grew. It has grew by 31% in value and 25% in the 31% in the volume and 25%.
once again, ये report है ना, you
Yeah.
have to, while presenting it, you have to have a one page with you. बस एक पेज ही चाहिए, उसके ऊपर और बात नहीं करना है. तो तुमने ये जो लिखा है ना इतना सब, you have to make a one page for your own, कि what are the points I should start with and end with.
Okay.
That's it. वो फिर तुम्हारे साथ चाहिए, मतलब this report is going on, you should have that in your hand. वरना तुम ऐसे हमेशा अटकोगे. Because now, after doing all these things, if you cannot present properly, क्योंकि लिखा तो कोई पढ़ने वाला है नहीं तुम्हारा, वो सिर्फ फॉर्मेट देखने वाला, तुमने फॉर्मेट क्या किया ना, फॉर्मेट इज बेटर नाउ, आई विल से प्रेजेंट. तो तुम जब खुद लिखोगे ना तब समझेगा अरे ये सब चीजें मैंने क्यों लिखी है, कितना चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट ही नहीं है. ये तुमने यहाँ पे लिखा है, ये ब्रांडेड बिजनेस ग्रुप, ये सब डेटा पॉइंट है ना, इसमें रीजन किधर है?
So which I have given lower, like it's a broad category, and under that there is an Indian food business. So that's why I mentioned Indian food business has grew by due to this reason.
Okay, fine.
Okay, got your point. Means I need to come short.
हाँ, it should be very short while presenting. मतलब तुमने ये जो लिखा है वो एक पेज में कैसे बोलोगे?
Okay.
Okay, तब ये पूरा नहीं बोलना, क्योंकि अभी क्या हो रहा है, यू आर रीडिंग इट, लिखा अच्छे से. तो मैंने बोला था ना, हाईलाइट यूजुअली जब लिखते हो तो हेडिंग लिखा तो अच्छा होता है, तुमको समझ में आता है कि तुमको बात क्या करनी है. अभी इंडिया बेवरेजेस में हुआ क्या है?
So the RTD segment has performed well.
हाँ, perform well. So वो तुम लिख सकते हो ना, हेडिंग लिख सकते हो, and फिर you can talk about this.
Okay.
Starbucks में exactly क्या हुआ है? International business, what has happened? One heading, one starting point. कि अगर मैं तुमको पूछूं कि इसमें क्या हुआ है, with one data point बस. Indian beverages grew because of the increase in RTD segment. So ये is better way. तुम पहले लिखो एक, वरना अटकोगे तुम बात करते करते, प्रेजेंट करते करते. You have to write it specifically, one page, and then you have to pronounce. So it becomes very easy to pronounce. Okay. So do it in the evening में हो तुम? So then in the evening calls?
No,
I
it
don't
would
see you.
be possible, as I mentioned. Yeah.
Okay. So what you do is tomorrow again, try to present it in a better way. मुझे समझना चाहिए. And then I will ask Tata consumers buy करना चाहिए, sell करना चाहिए.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will ask you follow-up questions on that.
Okay.
Okay. Again, present it tomorrow. Same thing. Write it. कि क्या क्या चाहिए तो ये थोड़ा तुम हेडिंग लिख दो एक एक, कि इंडिया बेवरेज में एग्जैक्टली क्या हुआ. हर बार इतना सब डिटेल देने की जरूरत नहीं है. तुमने इधर लिखा है ना ऑलरेडी, इंडिया बिजनेसेस 15% से ग्रो हुआ है.
Yeah. So, but about Indian beverages.
बेवरेजेस नहीं लिखा है. अच्छा, ओके. तो वो जो प्रेजेंटेशन में था वो दिया है तो भी अच्छा हो जाएगा ना, सेगमेंट वाइज बड़ा कर दो सेगमेंट इसमें है तो.
Okay.
कि क्या होता है, व्हाई, व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ मेकिंग दिस, इज यू डोंट अगेन राइट इट.
Got it.
जो भी इधर देख लो, ठीक है. And ये Indian beverages probably I will require an heading कि Indian beverage में exactly क्या होगा. And ये full करना ये ना usually make it full. समझना चाहिए कि something is starting. यहाँ
ठीक है.
तक पूरा लग. ठीक है. Okay, fine. Tomorrow again, Prajanna, I will ask you first in the meeting.
Sure.
अच्छा बना, but now we should not go waste.
So I made multiple reports. So
नहीं multiple नहीं, एक ये report तो तुमने बनाया. Now make this in one page. तुमको मुझे क्या पता है? And वो story होना चाहिए. It should not be just reading. It should be a story.
Okay.
Right from start की सबसे बड़ा segment कौन है? बड़े से छोटे पे आ.
Got it.
Everyone should understand whether they should buy Tata Consumers or not. Okay.
Yeah.
हाँ अब्दुल. Yeah.
सर न्यूज़ प्रेजेंट कर दूं मैं?
हाँ कर. किधर लिखा है तुमने?
सर भेजा था
हाँ
आपको.
भेजा. हाँ भेजा. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So basically the news is regarding the automobile industry and how they have fared so well in the recent festive season. So we'll be talking about Maruti Suzuki India Limited. So the festive season drives MSIL's volume and it touched 2x levels year on year with the 400,000 units sold in this festive season between late September to October in the FY26. So this growth is basically, it is driven by the small car segment that registered 30% growth year on year, whereas the larger models, they grew only by 5%. So this 30% growth that we see in small cars is actually coming majorly from the rural segment. So the rural demand growth exceeded 60%, basically which indicates the robust lower middle class consumption, which mainly consumes the small car segment. Also, when we talk about the inventory days, which has dipped to around 30 days now, and the pending bookings stood at 200,000 units, which basically indicates that the demand is rising. So the inventory day is basically shrinking now. Between 22nd October and 31st October, the exports of Maruti Suzuki, it rose by 42% year on year. And basically the models like Fronx and Jimny were the most which were exported. So Maruti Suzuki India Limited basically accounts for 45% of India's total car exports in the first half of 2026. Also, MSIL reported 13% year-on-year growth in revenue, which stood at 421 billion in quarter two, which exceeded the expectations. The EBITDA stood at 10.5%, whereas the net profit dropped to 16% year-on-year and stood at 33 billion. The drop in net profit is basically attributed to the non-operating income, basically that dropped. So because of that, the net income also dropped. So the robust growth that we see in the automobile segment and specifically in Maruti Suzuki is mainly driven by festive demand and the reduction of GST. Also, the average selling price also has risen by 5% and it has rose to 728,000 rupees now. So by defending, basically the strategy of Maruti Suzuki is now to defend its dominance in the small car segment and also to expand into the SUV segment. So basically the plan is to have 10% of operating margin and 50% of domestic market share. Also, when we talk about the most sold car, so in this October month, Swift Desire was the second highest sold brand, which basically followed Tata Nexon, which was the highest sold brand. So when we talk about the sales of the major
See,
players
Abdul,
in this
so
particular
now it
industry,
is coming too big. बहुत ज्यादा
Oh.
बाकी लोग बोर हो जाएंगे. बाकी लोगों को कुछ नहीं, मुझे भी नहीं कुछ नहीं समझा है. Now why you have said it better. मैंने बोला था ना 4 point ही बोलना important because you are in a forum where your 30-40 people are listening to you. If you keep on giving this, अभी ये I have learned this over the period that if you talk this so much things in a big forum, no one will listen to you. तुम भी मेरी बातें नहीं सुनोगे if I start keep on talking. You see, when I present the news, I present specifically 3 to 4 points बस. तुमने इतना बड़ा लिखा है फाइन. पहली बात तो इतनी बड़ी लिखने की जरूरत है. न्यूज लेटर्स आर नॉट दैट बिग. ये तुम एनालाइज कर रहे हो. हर बार क्यों लिख रहे हो? EBITDA तुमने क्यों लिखा है वापस? तुम are you presenting the news? Are you presenting the results? तुम
No,
result present नहीं कर रहे हो. You are not presenting. If result is presenting, you should have a report like this. If नहीं है
हाँ
तो EBITDA, why are you talking about EBITDA? Why are you talking about again GST, average rate, average selling price? ये सब एक पॉइंट पे लिखे खत्म करना है. So if I want to tell you a news, and others also, guys, when you say that I am presenting on Maruti, नहीं ऐसा नहीं है. It is, you should start. So Maruti increase. वो मुझे everyone in the forum should understand that you're talking about Maruti. This should be that you should start your news with that. So I am Steve Pop talking on Maruti. I am talking about the festive season. No, 1 second गया तुम्हारा, 2 second, 3-4 second गए, wasted. I will reject you directly. And then the colleague बकवास मत करो बाद में.
हाँ
Because see, you are talking with an analyst. Have that mindset of talking with an experienced guy. If you think that this is the classes, तो ऐसा नहीं है. This is not like that. Because if I get bored, if I am not getting any single thing from your 5 minutes, 3-4 minutes, you are wasting my time. I can make a lot of money in the 3 minutes rather than listening to you. ये mindset होते हैं analyst लोग. So specific, मुझे data चाहिए, 4 data points दिया, I am fine. You don't have to talk that much. This is not something that तुम report लिखते हो colleges में and बड़ा लिखोगे तो ज़्यादा marks मिलेंगे. It is not like that. तुम छोटा लिखो, जितना छोटा, the more small you write and the more precise you write. So if I want to tell you on news, what has happened? Festive season have led to this festive season. Maruti has अभी तुम्हारा heading भी कैसा है? Festive season drives MSL volume touching 2x level year on year with 400 units sold in fest. इतना बड़ा तो मैं रीड करके छोड़ दूं, तुम्हारा आगे पढ़ू ही ना मैं तो. हेडिंग ऐसा होता है 4 लाइन का.
नहीं सर, छोटा होना
4 लाइन का हेडिंग होता है. तो क्या लिखोगे तुम ये हेडिंग में?
सर, हेडिंग में
Festive
सिर्फ
season drives Maruti sales to $400,000. 400 units. Festive season bracket में October to September drives Maruti sales to 400,000. Why? What has happened then? So the growth was driven by small cars, which contributed 30% year-on-year growth. In that, rural demand exceeded 60%, which indicates robust middle class demand, middle class consumption, specifically in the small car segment. फिर वापस तुमने यहाँ पे लिखा है GST robust growth is mainly driven by festive demand, reduction of GST, richer product, higher mix. तो ये सब तो हेडिंग में आना चाहिए ना तुम्हारा. या एक लाइन नहीं है, robust demand वापस नीचे क्यों है? You 4 times you said also. तुमको खुद को ही नहीं पता बताना क्या है कॉल पे. 4 things, that's it. I don't want apart from that. तुम क्योंकि ये बकवास कर रहे हो इतना टाइम. फ्रैंकली से कि ये इतना तुम बोल रहे हो, आई एम नॉट इंटरेस्टेड टू लिसन व्हाट आर यू सेइंग. नॉट किसी को पूछो अभी क्या बोला तुमने. गिव यू अ टास्क ना, एनी आस्क एनीवन, तुमने क्या बोला बताओ वापस. इतना सब तुमने बोला. कम से कम आउट ऑफ द 10 लाइंस यू टेल, सामने वाला कम से कम 3 से 4 लाइन तो याद रखना चाहिए. यू शुड एटलीस्ट रिमेंबर 3 to 4 लाइंस. तुम 30 लाइन बोलोगे, एक भी याद नहीं रहने वाली. ओके, make it short. एकदम इतना शॉर्ट. एंड आई सेड एवरी पैराग्राफ शुड हैव एन हेडिंग. पैराग्राफ्स 2 से 3 लाइन, दैट्स इट. रेवेन्यूज, EBITDA, ये सब अगर रिसर्च, यू आर टॉकिंग न्यूज की बात कर रहे हो. मैं जब पूछूं तुमको, तुमने MBA किया है, CFA किया है, मैं पूछता हूँ CFA के तुम्हारे 10 एग्जाम में कितने मार्क्स है बताओ. जब नॉर्मल कॉन्वर्सेशन होता है, when there's a normal conversation, do I ask you how much marks you got in each of the topics? How much marks you got in MBA? नहीं तो why are you talking about those things in a big forum? Fine. Improve on it, Abdul. It will help in your in your roles as well. Okay. Rishabh has something on the auto segment again. Yeah, Rishabh.
Yes, sir. Bumper festive ride. Two-wheeler retail sales crosses 2.8 million in October 25. October 25 delivered a bumper festive performance for India's two-wheeler industries, with retail sales surpassing 2.8 million, one of the strongest monthly.
Slow, Rishabh, slow.
The
You should
uptrend
have a
fueled by
conversation with me. You should have a conversation with me.
yeah. The uptrend sales fueled by festive demand, GST rate cuts, and rural cash flows. Industry data Hero MotoCorp maintained a leadership of 9.94 lakh units, that is 35.5% market share, supported by rural and entry-level strength. Honda motorcycles and TVS were at 29.3 and 19.3%. Together, these three accounted over 85% of total retail shares, underscoring continuing dominance. The electric two-wheeler segment sustained its steady expansion. Bajaj Auto led by 25.8%, TVS 24.2%, and Ather Energy by 23.3%. Hero Vida clocked 16,000 units, up by 117% YOY and 24% MOM, reflecting strong adoptions of EV motor vehicles of Hero. Together, these three accounted over 50% of total EV sales, signaling strong rapid consolidation. At the premium end, Royal Enfield, HS Motors, reported 1.16 lakh unit sales, 15% up, its best ever festive performance. This reaffirms ongoing premiumization cycle with higher margin models are delivering overall revenue per units. With firm ASP, average selling price, GST relief, and rural momentum, we expect margin expansion to sustain across Q3 FY25. In summary, the two-wheeler industry is in a structured recovery underpinned by EV penetration, policy support, and premiumization trend. We stay constructive on Hero, TVS, and Bajaj Auto Corp as key beneficiaries. Thank you.
Okay. So Rishabh, see, when you present it, it is okay. Whatever you said was right. Now you have to frame this in what are the things you should talk first, and what are the things you should keep it at the last.
Okay.
Now let's say, bumper festive ride two-wheeler. Now I said now I should not stop while reading your any sentences.
Okay.
Your research will start with the two-wheeler sales crosses 2.8 million.
Okay.
Due to the festive season. Or festive season leads to a momentum in the two-wheeler industry.
Okay, sir.
Okay. It should be straight. Then what has happened? So now when you say clock 2.8 million, this is always growth. Because I don't know what if there was 3 million before sold before 1 year. Is it good or bad? 2.8 million retail units.
It will be bad if 3 million previously.
So I should know, it is a growth or it is a degrowth.
Okay.
So it's always we talk in percentage terms. Okay. Let's say the two-wheeler clocked 10% growth in this month, led by Hero, Honda, and TVS. That's it.
Okay.
One paragraph. Then this growth was led by festive sentiments, GST rate cut, and rural liquidity, which led to the sharp recovery across segments. Okay.
Okay.
Now segments, we stopped at segments. Now which segment you're talking about? Is there anything written about the segments?
Sir,
EV segment.
the EV segment, yeah.
You have written about so in that EV segment, Bajaj in that EV segment, who topped? So Bajaj topped the EV charts, followed by TVS. Bajaj topped the EV charts with 31,000 units. The TVS followed by TVS 29,000 units, Ather 28,000, and Vida 16,000. Now you can also talk about market share of this. Better way of talking, no? Now Bajaj has the highest market share, TVS has the second highest market share.
Okay, sir.
Then with EV, with 50% EV share, with less than 50% EV share, Bajaj, TVS are driving the. So with more than 50% EV share, Bajaj, TVS, Hero are driving the EV market. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now this was EV segment. Now there was one more segment, the premium segment, which is growing. So in the premium segment, the Royal Enfield have achieved the highest festive, have achieved the best ever festive month with 116,000, which contributes a growth of 15% year on year. Sir, which shows that there was a clear trend towards premiumization as we were, discussing in the previous topics. So ऐसा क्यों नहीं होता है conversation? Why you have to only talk about what you have read? हम conversation कर ही रहे ना इतने time से. Others are also getting. Now, reading is part and conversation is the part, because whenever you whenever you converse with someone, it shows that you are interested in reading something. See, every time others also, I'm saying that if you are not conversing with me, so it is a one-sided game. And do you think anyone will listen to a fresher? Tum
No.
batao, will you listen to your 10th standard cousin market ke baare mein bata raha tha? Let's say Rishabh, you are a CA now. What is your cousin is talking about account? Will you listen to him?
No, sir.
तुम क्या बोलोगे? पका मत, तुम मुझे अकाउंट सिखाओगे, ऐसा होता है. So क्या होगा? Let's say if he is telling you something about accounts, he might be curious to know what else you can talk about with him. समझ रहे हो?
हाँ sir.
तो वो ठीक है. If let's say you are in 10th standard and I'm a chartered accountant, if you are talking about accounts, so you should be inquisitive ki what else I can ask to Rishabh sir about that. So this is what I have understood. So since we are talking about it, this has increased. I feel that this will increase in the future. What is your thoughts on it? So something like that. And always use that, sir, stop. So as we were discussing, although you have not written, sir, as we were discussing, the premiumization segment is also showing in this particular news article. So the Eicher motor sales have increased, a clear sign towards premiumization.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so sorry, guys. Shubham, where were you? I was asking for you in the start. I'm so sorry. I have to cut short today's call. I
Yeah.
have to go for a meeting. Shubham,
Okay.
can you tell about your Swiggy and Instamart, jo bhi hai wo?
So I have given read three different newspaper. So starting with quick commerce, which is regarding Zepto and Swiggy. So the competition between the two has got more intense. Zepto has removed all the delivery and platform fees, and Swiggy Instamart quickly matched it by offering free delivery about 299 rupees. The festive season has pushed over the volumes by about 25 to 30% month on month. But here's the catch that both the players are losing around 15 to 20 rupees per order in the short term to acquire new users. Analysts have analyzed that this price war could delay profitability for 2 to 3 quarters, but it is expected to help both to expand their tier 1 users base by almost 40% year on year. So
Tier 1
essentially,
बोलते हैं. Shubham, tier 1 बोलते हैं, टायर नहीं बोलते, tier 1.
sorry. So essentially, Zepto and Swiggy are playing the long game and sacrificing the margin for the scaling up their sales. And next, coming to delivery, is the one of the biggest has given the one of the biggest operational performance ever. In October, it moved goods worth of 19,187 crores, handling around 107 million e-commerce and freight shipments with a single day peak of 7.2 million parcels. About 18,100 clients reported daily volumes, and the network covered over 4,000 kilometers, all the way from Kerala to Arunachal Pradesh. What's even more impressive is that 29.5 million parcels were delivered within 2 days, that is 48 hours. So this quarter really showed deliveries operational efficiency and network reliability during the peak festive demand. And coming to Westlife Food, the operator for McDonald's in West and South of the India, the company plans to roll out of 20 minutes delivery model through its own app. The goal is to increase the same store sale by 3 to 5% over the next 2 years. This also helps McDonald's reduce its
Okay.
dependence on
Shubham, sorry, I have to cut short you, but I will just give a quick, what Shubham has written today. He has written about the quick commerce. He has written about the delivery, which is improving. He has written about the McDonald's as Westlife Foods will roll out 20 minutes delivery. Obviously, move towards fast food. And we are talking about spending. Westlife, like Domino's, McDonald's are one where we prefer to spend money. Alcohol markets, you've also written about the alcohol markets. Alcohol markets, yesterday we were talking about Varun Beverages getting into the alcohol market because Gen Zs are preferring towards alcohol. Correct. That's it. This 3-4 news he has written. Now, I will say these are the only things that we are looking forward to. Spending. Wherever you spend your money, your analysis should start. So where you like. I have seen people drinking alcohol, spending a lot of alcohol premium products. So Rishabh just now told about the clear signs of premiumization of people buying high-end cars, high-end bikes. Now the low-end bikes, people are moving from low-end bikes to cars. Yesterday we were talking about that. The people who never had bikes are at least trying to buy a bike. So overall demands, consumption demand is improving in India, and luxuries. Again, the luxury part, that the luxury hotels, luxury travel tourism is improving. So you have a lot of research to do about these sectors. Whichever falls in consumption should talk about it. And FMCG is also one part of it. So going forward, we will only talk about consumption. And those, because these things are coming in the newspaper. We can go terribly wrong on it. I can say that the entire segment turned upside down can happen. But if you want to present in interviews, these are the data points that will be important. So keep on writing newsletters, keep your data points with you. Whenever the interview comes, you have to present all these data points. Sir, these are the data points which have come from the newspapers and not from any annual report or quarterly report or conference calls. I am doing something which is not there, which a normal guys cannot do it with just 1 month of research. No one can do it without having this kind of knowledge. That is where your edge will be in front of others. Okay, sorry guys, I have to cut the call. We will talk in the evening. Those who have left, please come in the evening. We will discuss it. I will probably be there in the call today. Okay.
Would you able to share this on the group?
What?
The newsletter written by the Shubham, so that we can have a data point in hand. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Shubham, you can send it in the group. Group pe dal do
Okay, sir. I will send.
I will forward it. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. See you in the evening.
Sir, where should I share it in the group or in the?
एक group पे डालो ना. I will forward it to other groups.
Okay,
Put it
वो
in one of
EM12
the
वाले
group.
ग्रुप में डाल दूं?
हाँ डाल दो ठीक है. I will forward
Okay,
it.
okay.
Okay. Okay, guys. Bye bye. Have a nice day. See you in the evening. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.